Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, Kildare Clubhouse, Summer Camp, week number 4. It's tiring. We had a little pool trip. It's hot outside. It's about 100 degrees when we were swimming. And you're my last class of the day, so it should be a good one. Let's introduce ourselves. Give me your name and your age, and we'll take it from there.
Hi, my name is Liana, and I'm 10 years old.
Okay, next.
My name's Zoe, and I'm 11 years old.
Welcome, Zoe.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and I'm 10 years old.
I just found out Mackenzie's been in every podcast this year. Mackenzie's in every podcast.
I've only been at 2.
There's too many. That's what Mia Maya said. I changed her name. I don't even call her by her real name. I just call her Mia Maya. So Miss Mia Maya said that you've been in everything.
Yes,
all right, guys. So what's today's topic? Mackenzie, take it away. What's today's topic?
Today's topic is how we feel about criticism, basically.
Were we doing criticism, or we're gonna do how the different countries that listen to the podcast?
Oh yeah, because there was 2. So what are we gonna do?
I
Criticism or the
think like
different?
I think
Because the criticism that would be different for
Yeah.
like the whole thing.
yeah, I think we should do criticism because it's really different and like about countries, people
We could talk
like
more about criticism.
All right,
Yeah,
I
we
guess
talk more
I
I guess
don't
we
know.
all been I guess we all been criticized sometime in our lives, right?
yeah,
let's-
I
let's-
I
let's,
do it. People do it to me a lot.
People do it to you a lot.
Yeah.
Do I criticize you?
Yes.
All right.
Oh my God.
This is gonna be interesting then.
Sight,
All right, so I'm gonna start with Mackenzie, so we could go this way because maybe we won't have enough time for Liana and Kyle. Mackenzie, how do you
dare
feel?
you.
How do you feel when someone says something? When someone criticizes something you do? So let me give you an example.
Okay.
Let's say you're writing something, and a teacher, or maybe even a fellow classmate, criticize something that you wrote. How will you feel about that?
I wouldn't feel sad and I wouldn't feel mad. I would just be my regular feeling. Like, I would be like, oh, well, he's a hater, she's a hater. Like, I will still do it because, like, I just feel like my ideas, and they're good, and I feel like everything I think about, and, like, ideas are good. Everybody's ideas are good, even if they're not good to somebody.
Correct.
Or, like, anything, their ideas are still good. So.
I consider sometimes people's ideas the same way people view art. Let's say
Yeah.
you draw something and it's a kind of a stick figure, but it has certain type of color, and people may, that's kind of cool. It's interesting, and somebody might criticize and be like, oh, that looks like a baby painting. But a lot of the famous painters, Picasso and all these people have very abstract paintings, and they're worth a lot of money. So art is basically how you feel when you look at it, or what comes to mind. So I think that I also take the same steps to when people criticize me, but that's me. Zoe, how do you feel when someone criticizes something you're doing or something that you might say or something like that?
It's honestly, it depends what they say.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Yes.
And the way they say it too.
Yeah.
Because somebody could be nasty about it.
Exactly.
And some teacher could be, nice about it. Be like, oh, Zoe, I know what you're thinking about this, but that's not what I wanted. Maybe you should try doing it this way. Then that's a nice way of saying it. If a teacher tells you that's trash, and I think I've been known to say something like that. If a teacher just straight up tells you that's trash, then you're gonna feel the type of way. You're gonna be like, does that teacher like me?
Yeah.
Oh, so
It depends on what they say and how they say it.
yeah.
for
So how
me.
they say it, I
Exactly.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been criticized a lot, or do you think that is something that happens to you a lot?
Not really.
So move your microphone a little bit up.
Normally, I get compliments instead of getting criticized.
Okay, that's a nice thing.
The only thing I get complimented by is my hair and my eyes. That's it.
Well, that's things that I made, so you don't have to worry about that. And I make perfect things.
How did
but
you make my hair that color?
I paid for it. That's why I went to the hair salon. I paid for it. So, Liana, criticism. How do you take criticism? And depending from who, I guess. If a teacher criticizes something you did, how do you feel about that?
Like, if a teacher criticizes me, I'll just be I'll just be upset, but like it wouldn't show by my expression.
Okay, it wouldn't show by your expression.
Yeah.
But then how would you be upset? Like it'll be something that will carry over to what? To the
Like,
next day, to finishing your work.
it would just be something that I would like think about and like change. Sometimes like when somebody criticizes me, I'll be like, oh, that's what I have to change.
Okay, so some people take it like
Yeah.
that, and a lot of the time we should take it like that. Criticism is kind of someone's opinion, and everyone has an opinion. You know, whether they right or wrong. But if it's someone that is in a professional field, like if we're if it's a teacher and it's giving you the opinion to the way you're writing or something like that, then it's maybe because she understands your point, but maybe she's trying to get your creativity to go a different way. I do that a lot here. I sometimes criticize people while we on the air. So if you're boring, I'll be like, you're boring. And I should be like, hey, talk a little more. And, I could do that. I could fluff it up and be like, hey, well, you're not participating, Mackenzie. Come on, let's talk about this. Or I could just say that you're boring.
Yeah.
Either way works for me. But because we're doing a live podcast, I can't do the fluffing thing. So I have to be very direct and be like, all right, you're boring. Put the sound effect on and, keep it moving. So unfortunately, that's the way I have to deal with it. Sometimes here, because we're doing something live. Have you ever criticized somebody?
Me?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna take it, I mean, if you're gonna, if someone criticizes you, maybe you've done it to someone or a coworker, not a coworker, I mean, a student or something like that.
Where did a coworker come to your mind?
Not.
Because I was thinking, more of a.
I'm an
Coworker.
adult and I work as a businesswoman. So yes, actually I haven't.
You haven't
I
criticized
feel
him?
like I've never criticized anybody before because I'm not the type of person like I just like tell you like I won't criticize you. I won't say something mean, but like I'll just tell you straight up. I don't know if that's criticizing or not.
It's still criticizing. The
Okay,
the
so
only thing that
basically that's
you're
it.
telling the person directly. That's
Really
you're being
Yeah.
honest. Like
I'm
if you
honest.
if it's something that your friend is doing and you be like, like if let's say right now you're doing a journalism report, right?
Mhm.
And the person that's helping you is an awful speller. And they can't spell nothing, and you keep going.
I'm exactly
and
that
you keep
way.
going back and forth, and you're doing all the spelling. Then maybe that person shouldn't be the writer if he's an awful speller. So you got to criticize him. Be like, yo, you don't know how to spell too well. So
Yeah.
let me take on this job because it's
Oh
double
my
the work.
God.
So sometimes when you're working together, it could be double or triple the work if you don't tell them. So you might need to criticize somebody.
Yeah.
So what about you, Zoe? Have you ever criticized somebody?
Not to like a public person, like a friend or anything, but to my brother, like in a
Oh yeah,
funny
siblings.
way.
No, siblings. That's
We
Uh-huh.
will literally just go at each other randomly, come out of one room, go to the other room, and then go to each other and start criticizing each other.
okay. Yeah, I think with siblings, that's a way of nature.
Yeah, I don't have siblings, so I don't know what they experience.
But like,
It's
with,
no. You don't want to know. You really don't want to know. You really don't want to know.
Y'all making me scared.
So, Liana, have you ever criticized somebody? She's quiet, but I know her answer better be right. Have you ever criticized somebody?
Sometimes yeah.
Could you give us an example?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like when people criticize me, I just get upset and then I criticize them back. But
So
sometimes,
you're doing a tit for tat type of thing.
Yeah.
but sometimes I just stay quiet and I'm like, leave me alone.
Oh my god.
I've definitely criticized some people. I know that I don't like criticizing coworkers just because we work together and especially in something like this where it's you leaving? Mackenzie?
Yeah. Oh my god, I
The,
always leave.
the only reason Mackenzie's leaving the podcast is because she has to go home.
Exactly.
Bye.
Bye
All right,
bye,
Mackenzie,
guys.
see you later.
bye, Miss Mackenzie.
So,
I'll see you on Tuesday.
So I've have criticized people before. sometimes when you're in a work field and you, let's say you're a supervisor or something like that, it's part of the job. It's not the part that you like the most, but sometimes you need to educate the coworker, or you need to tell someone that's under you exactly what has to be done. So yes, criticism is just a way of telling someone up front, you know.
But usually like but sometimes when people tell me criticism, I I'm just like my like I'm like my bubbly self. I just go on for what I'm doing. Like I don't really care.
Yeah, like pay
But when
no
peop-
attention to it.
Yeah, I think you can pay attention to it, just don't take it personal. I think that when
But when
someone,
people say something about me like, "Oh, you're weird. I really don't like the way you do this stuff." I take that really personal,
why?
and I just
I think we all
change.
weird. What do you think?
Yeah,
Please introduce yourself. I'm sorry, you took over Mackenzie's
I'm
spot.
Christian. I'm 10 years old, and I kind of agree with Mackenzie. Like when she said like I get like I take things like a little literally. Like let's
But do you let it affect you in the sense that if someone criticizes you, it just messes up your day? You start crying, you can't function, or stuff like
yeah,
that.
it's kind of like that, but like not a lot.
Yeah, sometimes when people criticize me, I just walk away, and like I really think like, is this how people like think of me?
Well, you know, there's haters out there, right? That's all right. So as long as we don't know, there's all haters out there. So sometimes people
I
could
don't
do
like
it.
haters.
Some people could do it out of spite, and some people do it to see you break down, to see like Christian cry, to see it mess up his day. So, and I know sometimes it's very hard, but you know, if someone says something negative and you just brush it off, guess what? They have no power. They have no power on you. So you have to look at it both ways. They'll just have no power, you know, to say or to make you feel some type of way. So, you know, I think it is definitely an interesting topic. It was an interesting podcast. Unfortunately, you know, we gotta go.
Oh,
And it's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday.
he
Tomorrow's
literally just got here.
tomorrow's Friday, and you know, Friday is the best day.
Friday.
Thank you
And I'm
guys,
not coming tomorrow, so see you on Tuesday, my homies.
and I'll be
Okay.
posting your podcast tomorrow. So,
Friday Funyuns.
like I say every week, listen to
See
the
you on Friday.
podcast,
See you on
find it.
Tuesday, my
Stop
homies.
talking. I'm talking. Say your goodbyes.
Goodbye,
I won't
goodbye.
Bye, my homies.
I won't
Put
criticize
Funyuns on
your.
your toes.
Bye,
I won't
everybody.
criticize your buys.
Bye, my homies.
Bye.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
All right, we're out of here.